everyone, my name is Brooke and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my morning routine and specifically my morning routine that helps out with my anxiety. I do have severe anxiety, so it's very important for me personally to be able to start my day on the right foot with a very happy and open mindset. I know it's sometimes a lot harder for a lot of people to wake up in the mornings in the winter time, and it's a lot harder for us to feel happier, especially when the sun is rising so much later and generally it's just so much darker and drearier outside and it's just not fun. So today I wanted to tell you about some of the things that I am incorporating into my morning routine to help me start that morning on the right foot and just make my life and my days overall a lot happier. So since moving here, my morning routine has changed a little bit, but it's been fairly the same every single day. I have been trying to wake up at 8 a.m. Is a great time for me to still be able to start the day without feeling like I'm sleeping in too late. I'm definitely an early riser, so waking up early is really important to me. And I have been waking up with my sunrise alarm clock. This alarm clock does help emulate sunlight and slowly gets brighter and brighter as it's time for me to wake up, so that when my alarm does go off, it's a lot easier for me to get out of bed. And this is something I have been really enjoying for about 2 years now. I set it every single day, and I do find it really does help me wake up versus just all of a sudden this loud noise blaring at me. The next thing I do is I get dressed right away. This helps make sure I'm not staying in my pajamas all day. I do try to wear something comfortable, but also that I feel looks kind of cute, so I feel good about myself every day. I do then open my blinds, and opening my blinds is so important for my mental health. It sets the entire tone for the day because it's letting that sunlight in. Even though it's kind of dreary outside and it's pretty cloudy and kind of dark, there is still light to be let in, and getting me that vitamin D is so important, especially because where I am, the sun angles directly in my window in the afternoon. So after about 1 o'clock, I'll start getting that sunlight in here, and it is just absolutely gorgeous and just makes my day so much better. So getting up right early in the morning, opening my blinds. I also turn on my solar lights so they can charge throughout the day, so they're ready to go at nighttime, and just setting that all up. I then make my bed, and there's a couple of reasons I do this. First off, so I don't crawl back in. If my bed is nice and pretty, there's less of a chance that I'm going to want to crawl right back into it. Makes my entire room look more put together. The bed is obviously the focal point of my room. I spend a lot of time in my room. I spend the entire day in my room except for when I'm cooking or eating. We don't have like a common living room here. We literally just out here have a common kitchen and a common bathroom, and that's it. So all of my day is spent in my room doing stuff, which I don't mind if my bed is made because it makes my whole room look more put together. And when my room looks put together, I feel like personally my brain is a lot more put together. So making my bed has a huge influence on that. It's then time to make breakfast, and although coffee is pretty bad for anxiety, I do still enjoy drinking it. Having an iced coffee every day is something I really like to do, so I make sure I do it. However, I make sure I never drink coffee past noon. That is my limit, so it's not keeping me up at night, and I never have more than one in a day. But I do like to make my coffee. My Keurig is something that makes me really happy. It makes the perfect little amount, and it's so like aesthetic and pretty. Breakfast recently, I have been having a fruit bowl. So I have a bowl with yogurt, granola, and fruit. I do put on some chia seeds in there, and then I spread over top some honey. Frozen fruit keeps longer, which is why I have been using frozen fruit, and it is less expensive when comparing it to the overpriced options. Nothing's in season right now because it's winter, obviously, but you can still get that fresh fruit in the frozen variety. And this is just a really healthy breakfast option. Having a nice, nutritious, healthy breakfast is also going to give you that right start to the day. It tastes so good, and just makes me so much happier than like a piece of toast or a bowl of cereal or something. Just makes me feel, once again, very put together and just something that makes me happy. After this, I wash my face. This will wake me up if I'm not up already and just gets my skin nice and clean. I then finish this off by going to my room, finishing up my skincare. I don't do a lot of skincare in the morning. Moisturizer is key though. And then I put on my makeup for the day. While I'm eating my breakfast, since I don't like to eat the frozen fruit right away, since obviously it is frozen, I do give it a little bit to defrost, as well as just kind of slowly drinking my coffee. It's a really kind of peaceful habit I've formed in the morning, something that just gives me a very nice slow start to the day, but also is productive in getting my morning started. Following this up, I of course always brush my teeth, and then recently I have been journaling after I wake up. Originally I was reading when I woke up, which is fine, and if you want to read when you wake up, that is totally great, please do that. But I was finding when I started reading, I couldn't stop. I'd get invested in a book and then my entire day would be wasted just reading. Not wasted, but I had other things I had to get done that I was just not getting done because I was so invested in reading my book. So instead I started journaling. And I have been using a prompts journal. I have used a couple of them in the past. The one I'm using right now is called Don't Effin' Panic. It's all about anxiety and panic disorder, which of course both I do have, so it's been really helpful in just learning a lot more about myself, as well as just getting my thoughts out there and just a couple different coping methods or strategies that I can use as well. So it's been informative and also just really helping me out. So I just do a couple pages in that. This book will probably last me a while because it is quite large, but it's just something I've been enjoying. This is the point in the day where I look at my phone. I try my best not to look at it. I do keep my phone rather close to my bed now. I used to keep it further away when I was living at home. I do keep it closer to my bed now just for outlet availability, and also just like if something happens, I just like it to be close to me or near me. I try not to look at my phone until now, after my morning is kind of complete. And this is for a couple reasons. One, I get distracted and just start scrolling through TikTok, and then before you know it, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Two, when you look at your phone, that's kind of you opening yourself up to the world for the day. You're opening yourself up to the news, which is never good these days. You're opening yourself up to everything that's going on, and there's just so much overwhelm of information. Not all of it bad, but there's just a lot to take in. And when you do that first thing in the morning, I personally find my brain gets very overwhelmed. So by having my morning just to kind of collect my thoughts and be with myself for a little bit, even if it's just for 45 minutes to an hour while I am kind of getting ready, that means a lot to me, and it really helps me out in starting my day off on the right foot. After this, of course, I do kind of get into my day. That's the full morning routine, but there are some other things I do throughout the day to kind of help out with my anxiety and just help out with my day in general. The first one is I try not to work on my bed. It's so easy to do because obviously my bed is like the largest thing in this room. It's comfortable, it's nice to sit on, but I try not to do that because your body does get into routines. So if I'm constantly sitting on my bed, I know obviously I'm sitting on my bed right now, but this is the best filming spot. If I'm constantly sitting on my bed working, my body is not going to fall asleep as easily because in my brain, my bed is for work. Versus sitting at my desk, where I know when I sit at my desk I have to get to work. When I lay in my bed or sit in my bed, it's time to go to bed, it's time to go to sleep. And that's the routine my brain gets into. So it works out a lot better. I'm able to do more work and I'm able to sleep better. The only thing I do in my bed is read, which I really enjoy reading in a comfy spot. And what I've been doing is I've been taking my pillows down here, as you see in the background, and I'll read in the bottom corner of my bed, not up here where my head end is. And that helps out a lot too. I've also done a couple of the online fitness classes that my college has put out. Obviously, a lot of you would not have access to this, but if you just go on YouTube and search up like online yoga or fitness or mindfulness classes or whatever you want to do. I just have my yoga mat here that I've pulled out a couple times now and I've been doing that with, but there's so many different options. Playing music, it can get very quiet here. I don't have music on now, obviously, because copyright, but playing music just adds a little bit of peace to my day. It makes me concentrate better. Of course, we load up on the Taylor Swift, but on repeat, I tend to have Lover because it's just like a very happy album. And then also Folklore, it's not really happy. It's just very tranquil, and then Red as well. And then I also wanted to mention about filling my room with things I enjoy. And this is something in general that you can do anytime, but it's just something that makes me happy. Moving here, I am only living here for a couple months while school is in session. So I do move back in April. There was a part of me that was like, well, I could really just bring like the bare essentials. It's only for like 3 months. I could just bring a pillow, a blanket, a couple clothes, and my school stuff, and that's it. But I ended up bringing a lot more things because they were things that made me happy. I knew I was going to be spending a lot of time in my room, so I needed to make my room somewhere that I enjoyed, somewhere that I loved, and a place that I wanted to be, not somewhere where I went and it was kind of depressing because none of my stuff was here or anything like that. Something that just helped make me feel at home, which is why you see all of these decorations on the walls. That's why I have so many plants here. That's why I spent like 3 days setting up what I wanted this room to look like and making it look like something that just felt like me and something I really resonated with. And now it's someplace that makes me happy and someplace that I want to be and I'm excited to be in. So anyway, that's a little bit of my morning routine and how I am making my winter morning routine better for my anxiety and my mental health. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Go check out my channel and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you have a magical rest of your day.